Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. In this channel, if you're listening to me, we make math easy and fun. I also request you to give me sums if you have, which are difficult, and I'll try to make it easy and present it to you. Now, students, before we go ahead, this is a second video on sums based on probability, where we try to do challenging sums which seems difficult but are easy. So, before we go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you get regular updates. Now, students, what are we seeing in this video? We are seeing a sum based on 3 horses. A very simple sum, easy peasy. But you need to understand a simple concept. Now, there are many teachers who will ask you to remember this particular concept. But trust me, I am a bit against rote learning. So I'll try to explain you the reason behind it, so that if it comes in any other sum, if it has to be applied in any other sum, yeah, you know it properly. So before we get into the sum based on 3 horses, let's understand the concept. Now, the concept that we need to study is sum of the probabilities of all possible events. That means if I take a particular random experiment, write its sample space, write down all the possible events, write down all the probabilities of the possible events, and I add them up. So what will be the answer? So students, let's take an example. I'm assuming you know at least this ABCD of probability. A coin is tossed. Now when a coin is tossed, we either get a head or we get a tail. We don't get such heads and tail. We've just taken it for fun. So how do we write it? If you're using set notation, you write S equal to or omega equal to into curly brackets H comma T. We know the number of sample points, that is N of S, is 2. Now let us think about different possibilities. We have taken a random experiment, a coin is tossed. We have taken the sample space, we've written down the sample space. Now let us take all the possible events. One possible event would be, let A be the event of getting a head. Now if A is an event of getting a head, what will A have? A will consist of only H, and the number of elements in event A will be 1. And if I have to find the probability of event A, that is favorable, number of favorable outcomes upon number of outcomes. In this case, it would be N of A upon N of S, that is 1 upon 2. Now, this is one possibility of getting head. Another possibility that I can think of is, suppose B is an event of getting a tail. So, what will be the elements in event B? That is only T. So, N of B will be 1. Now, understand, event A and event B should be from sample space itself. Now, P of B, once again, number of favorable outcomes upon number of total number of outcomes. And in this case, it would be N of B upon N of S. That is 1 upon 2. Now, students, from the sample space H comma T, we have taken an event of getting head. We have taken an event of getting tail. Now, this is a smaller sample space, and I can see no other possibilities. So, I think we have taken all the possibilities. And what we are discussing is the sum of the probabilities of all possibilities. So, in this case, P of A plus P of B. Now, if you carefully see, students, now here, P of A is 1 upon 2. So, I'll write 1 upon 2. And P of B is also 1 upon 2. So, I'll write 1 upon 2. Now, if you are adding two fractions, we need to check whether the denominators are same or not. Now, 1 upon 2, the denominator is 2. 1 upon 2, the denominator is 2. So, I can add the numerators. 1 plus 1 upon 2, that is 2 upon 2, that is 1. Now, this is a very beautiful and a very important understanding, students. May it be any type of sum from probability, any type of sum, you have to remember that sum of the probabilities of all possible event is always 1. If you can see, that's blinking on my screen. So if I add the probabilities of all possible event is always 1. Now I've shown you with an example how that is. You can take any other example, and if you can try. If you have any queries with regards to anything, you can also write me on my Instagram or Facebook page, which is Shashikant Shetty. Now let us go ahead with the main sum of the video. Now, there are many ways to solve the sum. We will try to keep it simple. We'll not try to complicate it. My tagline goes, we make math easy and fun. Now, there are three horses, A, B, and C. Now, they're running a race. A is twice as likely to win as B, and B is twice as likely to win as C. What are the probability of winning? Now, students, the problem is the sum is easy. You need to know certain concepts to get the sum right. Now, students, let us see. Now, first of all, let the probabilities of A, B, and C be P of A plus P of A, P of B, and P of C. Now, if you carefully see, students, if you look at the sum, it clearly says, if you look at it, it clearly says A is twice likely to win as B. Now, if I have to see where A is, now if it is clearly given in the question that P of A is twice likely to win as B, so I can say P of A is twice P of B. Similarly, if I read the question ahead, if you read it ahead, now let us name it equation number 1, very important. Now, if you look at the statement, follow the arrow on the screen. B is twice likely to win as C. So I can say P of B is twice P of C. Now name it equation number 2. Now students, now these are two very important statements. I'll put it in a box. I'll highlight it. Now here comes what we studied here. Because there is nothing else given in the sum and we have to find the probability of the winning. I know that three horses are running a race. Either A will win, B will win, C will win. There is no other possibility. We are assuming there will be no tie and this sum can be solved only when there is no tie because we're not taking permutation and combination into consideration. So we know that if I add all the possibilities, students, the answer will be 1. So I can say P of A winning, P of B winning, and P of C winning. If I add them up, because there are three horses, the answer will be 1. Now let us substitute what all we have. Now I have P of A. So from equation number 1, if you see P of A is 2P of B. So I'll write 2P of B there. Now P of B. From equation number 2, you can see it is 2P of C. So I'll write 2P of C there. And P of C as it is equal to 1. Where did we get it from? 1 and 2. Now students, look at this statement. I have P of B, P of C, and P of C. So if I have to solve this entire equation, I need to get rid of this P of B and convert it into P of C somehow. So how do we do it? Now look at equation number 2 again. This 2, we will leave it as it is. P of B, we know it is twice P of C from equation number 2. So I'll write 2 into twice P of C plus 2P of C plus P of C is equal to 1. Now this we got from equation number 2. Now let us solve it further. 2 into 2 gives me 4. 4P of C plus 2P of C plus P of C is equal to 1. Now if you see, students, everything is in the terms of P of C, so they are like terms. So 4 plus 2 and there is no number here, that means it is 1. So 4 plus 2 plus 1 P of C will be 7 P of C equal to 1, and we got P of C 1. It is multiplication here. If I shift it to the right hand side, it becomes division. 1 upon 7. Very, very important. So we got P of C. Now we also have to find P of A and P of B. So let us see, we got P of C. Now let us see, where do we have P of C? Now if you look at equation number 2, it mentions P of C and we can find P of B using P of C. So I'll substitute P of C in equation number 2. Now equation number 2, carefully see, it says P of B is equal to 2 into P of C. So 2 into P of C, that is 1 upon 7. So 2 into 1 upon 7 will be 2 upon 7. So we got P of B as well. Now, since we got P of B, students, now look at equation number 1. Now, if we have P of B, we can have P of A as well. So substitute P of B in equation number 1. Now, equation number 1 says P of A is equal to twice P of B. So 2 into P of B, that is 2 upon 7. And 2 2s are 4. That will be 4 upon 7. And we got P of A, P of B, and P of C. That is probability of A winning, probability of B winning, and probability of C winning. I believe the sum was very simple. Now, once again, you have to remember that sum of the probabilities of all events of a sample space probabilities will be 1. So I hope you all loved the video. You loved the sum. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. In the next video, I'm coming with one more interesting sum of probability. Thank you so much. This is Sashikant Shetty.